how do you want to be remembered?
I mean, if I die?
Everything just goes away. How would you, if you could be associated with one thing, how would you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing. The most important thing is my faith in my life.
When Americans are angry, they turn to guns. Every single time. We've been trying to tell you that for years, for over 20 years, because children have been unalived in their places of learning over and over and over again by hurt individuals. So it has happened to CEOs of the worst corporations in this country. It has happened to our president. Now it's happened to Charlie Kirk. Now it's happened to a political figure, which tells us something important about our culture. The internet and media have made it so the political space has expanded drastically. And in light of this, so have feelings about and surrounding politics. They've expanded, they've grown, and they've gotten serious to the point where people are so distraught and angered by their political emotions that they have resorted to pew-pewing people. And I can't act like I don't understand that. I can't act as though that feeling and that result is not expected when the talking points of these social media figures have led to a culture based around hating individuals who look like me. We are seeing a drastic resurgence of marginalization and dehumanization taking commonplace in America. In our social institutions, places that we're supposed to feel safe are now politicized in a way that hurts brown, black, and LGBTQ communities. What do you expect to happen? Charlie Kirk has been one of the biggest vessels in communicating this hatred. And now we're seeing a symptom of a deeper problem manifesting in the violence that was perpetuated against him. People are angry and afraid, and they don't like the direction that this country is going. And they don't know what to do about it. Blame the root problem. Blame the fascist culture that is taking over this country, that is making every other country look at us like we are crazy. Are you seeing it now? Are you understanding that something is wrong?
I don't feel bad that Charlie Kirk died. I feel bad that his life was taken. Do you agree or disagree? Somebody just commented that on my last video, and it really reminded me of a comment I saw in a post on Twitter. This is the same post where I learned that Charlie Kirk died from his gun wound and that the injuries were fatal. This commenter said, Charlie Kirk died for exactly what he believed in. I had to sit back and think about that because it is true. Charlie Kirk advocated for the gun laws that ultimately led to his demise. And I think this leads into a larger conversation about being very cognizant and empathetic when you are forming your political and social opinions. Because seeing that Newsweek article with the headline, Charlie Kirk says gun deaths are unfortunately worth it to keep the Second Amendment, but then seeing him die by a gun death in an open carry state is him being forcibly placed into somebody else's shoes, and they eventually became his own. In any scenario where he's talking about gun deaths, gun violence, the Second Amendment, it is a very clear lack of empathy. And, pause. Didn't he say that empathy was a weakness? I'm pretty sure he said empathy was a weakness. So I feel like we can see the same parallel in situations where we're talking about immigration, where we're talking about racism, where we're talking about police brutality, where we can very confidently speak on issues with the person being affected by that issue as an other until we are forcibly put into their shoes and then we don't like it. And hopefully nobody has to be put into the other person's shoes because none of those situations are good, positive, or desirable. But this is just a reminder to mind what you say, to mind what you think, and to shape your perspective around somebody else's experience other than just your own. Because ultimately, it will make a difference for not just you, but the people around you, your community, and the world at large. Again, thoughts and prayers to Charlie Kirk's family. This is a very unfortunate situation, very tragic, shouldn't have happened. I condemn the violence, but this is something important to talk about.
So Charlie Kirk was just shot at a rally that he was hosting in front of a crowd of hundreds, possibly thousands of people. If only there was a law to prevent people from shooting in an open crowd. If only gun control was a policy that was being pushed. When you do clownery, when you make your entire persona the Antichrist, all I'm saying is this does not shock me, not one bit. I'm not really an advocate for things like this necessarily. I am not encouraging people to go out and do this because it'll definitely create some sort of chain reaction. And I think the last thing we need is a civil war, right? I don't think that we need to be going after people because it's only going to cause retaliation. However, when people who were fighting for civil rights and justice were being killed by the literal CIA and FBI for advocating for peace, you know what I mean? I just don't have sympathy for him at all. I think this is a great indicator of where we are currently politically. I'm sure there's somebody out there that loves that man, and I'm sure they are very upset about this. And for that, I say thoughts.
Guys, I need to know your thoughts in the comments, because no matter how we look at it, life was unalived. Hey beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. So all credit goes to the creators in these videos. Guys, Charlie was unalived, and the internet as usual is split into two. While a part is saying that he got what he deserved because of his strong support for Trump, his policies, and everything that he believes in, and the way, you know, he goes around influencing young people into politics. Many people are saying that his words and actions caused him some sort of harm, and they are saying this is karma and it's payback. And on the other side, many people are saying that, okay, politics aside, he's still a human being. Is a father, is a son, is a husband, and nobody deserves to be unalived because of their political views. And I stand with that. I mean, so much for freedom of speech, right? He goes around airing his opinions, his views, and his thoughts. And to think, guys, oh my goodness, I watched the video and it just sent shivers into, because if it's sending shivers into my very soul while watching on the screen, I wonder how it must have been for those that witnessed it, like live and direct, right? Oh my goodness, guys, I need to know your thoughts in the comments, because this is really twisted and it's really divided. Many people are saying that life is sacred, and no matter what side you are on, you do not deserve to be unalived because of your political view. And the other side is saying, oh, FAFO, he got what he deserved. Guys, I need to know your thoughts in the comment section, because this is really sad, and I do not think, because of his political views, I do not think he deserved, because I mean, if he was unalived because of his political views, which I believe that was why he was unalived, because I mean, what else, what other reason would you unalive a young man, right? He was just 32. So I'm just trying to say, okay, that's what he's known for, that's what his stance are and all of that. So a large percentage of, you know, thoughts and ideas goes into the fact that, okay, he was unalived because of that. So I mean, why would you unalive somebody, a young man, because of political views? Guys, I don't want to say make it make sense, because it does not make sense. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep watching. I came across so many videos, guys. I came across so many comments, but I just brought out some to just show the divided side, because some are for it and some are against it. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments.
This is a very sad day, and it's so hard for so many people. I'm so upset. I'm so grieved, because the world is so wicked and evil. To take someone's life is pure evil, and there are so many people in the world that is happy that he has passed away. But for those individuals that have no remorse that he had to go through this and lose his life, understand God is going to deal with you. God is a God of love, and he don't take pleasure in things like this. God does not take pleasure in innocent blood being shed. Pray for his family. Pray for his children, his wife. This is so sad. This is so sad, and I'm so grieved.
So why am I so upset that Charlie Kirk was assassinated today? Because as a combat veteran who fought for the rights of everybody in this country, this is not what we fought for. We fought for the freedom of speech. We fought for the freedom of discord. We fought for the freedom of opinion. And one man's opinion does not give anybody the right to commit assassination, to take a life, to take a father, to take a husband. And if you're a true veteran, you're going to have to agree. Whether you agree with this guy or not, you have to agree. This is not what we fought for. We can do better. We can do better. We should do better. Let's do better. Because this is not what we fought for.
To the people upset that Charlie Kirk got, you don't actually stand for anything meaningful. I feel like people are like, oh, he just said some stuff. He didn't really deserve to get got. And it's like, he didn't just say stuff. He was an active contributor into the rise of authoritarianism and to getting Donald Trump in power. He has direct influence as to what we're experiencing now and who's getting hurt by what we're experiencing. No, but this sadness and outrage is just silly to me because I know these same people, like, when it comes to families and children getting separated at the border and then children getting abused and locked up, silence. They don't give a fuck. When it comes to immigrants and even citizens getting put away into detention centers where they're being mistreated and abused, nothing, nada. When it comes to Southern women who are getting forced to give birth, and now we have a dumpster baby epidemic in Texas, who really cares, right? But the person who has directly influenced this kind of suffering unto others by getting Donald Trump into office and making a bunch of money off of it, he's a grifter. When he gets got, these same people are like upset. Like they have a lot to say about that. They just don't stand for anything.
We don't serve the same God. You don't serve the same God as me. Anytime you can get online and celebrate the death of a man who gave his unsolicited opinion just like you do. To fix your mouth and make jokes about this man losing his life. This man was a husband. This man was a father. But to sit up and laugh and make jokes about it when you do exactly the same thing that he does, which is give your unsolicited opinion that nobody asked you for, there's somebody out there that don't like you either. There's somebody out there that don't like your opinions. There's somebody out there who would do the very same thing to you. So to sit up and laugh at somebody who only gave their opinion regardless of if you agree with it or not, thinking that it's okay for somebody to take that person's life and sit up and laugh about that, you don't serve the same God that I serve. A lot of y'all wonder why y'all life is so messed up and why you have the problems that you have. It's because you ain't got no God in you. You don't serve a higher power, and it shows. A lot of y'all are demonic. You have some evil spirits. I never listened to Charlie Kirk like that. I would see his stuff come across my timeline every now and then with his controversial takes, but I've never seen anything that he's personally done to justify somebody doing this to him. There's nothing to justify doing this to this man, regardless if you agree with his opinion or not. My prayers go out to his family. This is just a messed up situation, but it goes to show you just how far people will go when they don't like what you're saying.
If there is any person who looks at that video of Charlie Kirk getting unalived at his rally and looks at it and doesn't see a 31-year-old man who is leaving behind 2 children and a wife, who doesn't feel any sort of empathy towards him getting unalived, and actually has the thought process of, well, he deserved it, you need serious psychiatric help. The only thing that that man did was exercise his freedom of speech respectfully and politely. This isn't about left versus right. This isn't about what side you're on. This is about being a good person. I can't. I actually physically, emotionally, spiritually do not understand the people that are on the internet. Like, please go seek help.
At the end of it all, guys, this is really tragic, no matter how we look at it. And some people are saying it's justice. Like, justice for who? For what? And now that he has been unalived, guys, give this news a couple of days, it will all be over. And people will literally forget he ever existed. And the people that will be grieving are his immediate family, his wife, his family, maybe if you see his parents, siblings and all of that. And at the end of it all, the end result is, so to what end exactly? Like, to what end exactly was this worth it? Oh my goodness. I really need to hear from you guys. What do you think about this in the comment section? Because on the internet, the debate just keeps going on and on and on and on. And it does not look as if it's gonna end anytime soon. The search is on to know, who did it, who unalived him, and all of that. But while we wait, let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Please, 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 I always say it, don't forget to stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.